So come to a comfortable seat. And use a bit of a folded blanket or a bolster or something to sit upon. And you can sit any way you like. But sit up on your sits bones. Get nice and tall through your spine. And with intention, just float your palms up. Again, this expression of being open and willing to receive. And when we exhale, bring that energy down, palms down. So we begin to turn our focus in. Roll your shoulders down your back. Either close your eyes or gaze down. And connect to that breath. So the inhale through the nose. And hold that, savor it, let it be your solstice breath. And when you exhale, exhale completely. And again, pause in the still point, in the emptiness. And continue with that breath for a few moments. And bring your palms together in front of your heart. Align your thumbs against your sternum in Anjali Mudra. Bow your head towards your heart. This is your busy mind bowing to the wisdom of your heart. And if you like, you can set an intention for your practice today and what you're stepping into, your creativity, your passion, the fire. Deep breath, inhale and exhale. And thank you for joining me this morning for our gentle flow practice. Reach your fingers out to the side and let's begin to move with ease. So inhale your palms up and exhale home to your heart. And again, we can bow the chin here. Inhale straight up and follow your fingertips with your eyes, but keep the neck rather long. And exhale, press. So in this way, we touch the earth and we bounce up and inhale and grab some of that beautiful light. And exhale, bring it home to our heart with a bow of the chin in gratitude. And then inhale, offer it some back up. And exhale, return it down to the earth. So in this way, we become a conduit between. So inhale, rise up and receive. Exhale right into your heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up. And exhale. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Float your arms again. Lift your ribs. Shift over towards the right and just let your fingertips rest on the floor. Turn your left palm up. And just like the sun starts in the east and arcs across the sky, bring your arm up and over. Bend your right elbow as if your fingertips were dipping down into sunset. Inhale up. And let's go to the other side. Exhale up and over, nice and slow. And inhale. So again, we can almost imagine that imagery of the exhale, bringing that fingertips, the sun across the sky, arcing across. Inhale. And again, exhale. And as you inhale, come up, roll your shoulders, place your palms to face, thumbs up, lengthen your spine but anchor down through your pelvis, and exhale, rotate your heart towards the right, bring your left hand across, prop yourself up with your back fingertips, and let your heart turn. Just like the seasons, we rotate, bringing our heart a little bit more into the south, into the passion, and inhale back to center. And exhale now to the left. Stay tall. And this is gentle movements. We're just warming up. And inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale, nice and tall. And exhale. And bring yourself back to center. Roll your shoulders a couple times from your pelvis tip. So we're not rounding, we're tipping. And we'll take the blanket away. Set it to the side. If you like using it for table pose, set it up that way. And let's come to hands and knees table pose. Spread your fingers wide. So we've talked about this before, that the index finger and the thumb are kind of like an L. So as we come into positions of our hands, we want to make sure the four corners of the hands also hold up the body, not just the little finger. So pull that energy in. Walk your knees back so they're a little bit hip bones distance apart. And again, just to continue to warm up the spine, inhale into a cat back. And exhale your cow spine. And again, inhale, cat back. And exhale, cow spine. So again, inhale your cat. And exhale, cow spine. Now stay in your table for a moment. And extend back through your right leg and tuck your right toes under. Roll to the inside edge of your right foot and swish your left foot behind you. Bring your hand up to your hip and float your palms face me. Press down through your hand that's on the floor, press through your back foot, and float your foot up a little bit into a kneeling Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So even though we're saluting to the sun, we still create that reflection of moonlight. And then toe down, exhale, curl back down, bring your knees in, and again, inhale, cat back, and exhale, cow spine. Now reach back with your left leg, this gets a little tricky, and roll to the inside edge of your left foot, bring your right foot behind you like a kickstand. Bring your hand up to your hip, align your heel with your knee, draw your tailbone towards your heel, bring your palm up, draw your ribs in and float your heel for a moment, a balance, the half moon, reflecting that sunlight. And bring the foot down and rotate back, come back to your table. And again, inhale, symmetry, cat back. And exhale, cow spine. Let's add a little flow here. So as we inhale into our cat, this time we'll exhale and pull the hips back into Balasana, child's pose. And when we inhale, we'll round back up into our cat. And exhale, bring the heart through. 2 more rounds like that. Inhale your cat. Exhale into child's pose. Inhale, round back up through your cat. And exhale, pull your heart through. Let's do 1 more of those. Inhale, cat back. Exhale in, sink deeper, child's pose. When you're ready, again, inhale, round. And exhale, bring your heart through. Come to stand on your knees. And bring your right foot forward. I guess I'll do it facing you this way. So just with your right foot forward into a little bit of a low lunge. And you can use your blanket here for your knee. So as we press through the back foot, you can use a block beneath your left foot, left hand if you like, and extend out through your right arm. And rotate your palm so it faces out. And we'll arc again across the sky like the sun. And then reach and let the sun set behind you. Let's do that a couple times. So inhale, reach, rotate your palm, sweep across the sky, and exhale, sunset. 1 more of those. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Now bring your hands to the floor or 2 blocks, 1 on either side. Tuck your back toes under. And on your next inhale, lengthen your front leg. Lift your front toes and pull your hips back. Now square up your hips, dig in with your heel, pull your heart a little forward so we're sitting upright. Half Hanuman Asana. Ardha means half. So Ardha Hanuman Asana. And then let's go back into the lunge on the exhale. And again, inhale, lift, and rock your hips back. Square your hips up, dig in with your heel. Come back into the low lunge. And last time on this side, lift up your right toes, rock your hips back, square them up, dig in, keep a bend to that knee, and come back to the low lunge. Use your blocks if you like. Lift your back knee, lift your hips, and then slide your foot back into downward facing dog. Just for a moment. Spread those fingers, pull into the L, bend your knees a little, swoop your tail up, draw your belly in, and roll your shoulders away from your ears. Let's walk the dog by bending the right knee and dropping down through the left heel. And then switch that out, so lift your left heel and drop your right. Keep pushing with your hands, all of your knuckles. Walk your dog just a couple easy steps. And when you feel complete with that, lift your heels as high as you can, come up just onto the toes. And bring your knees down. Sit up on the knees and walk your left foot forward into the lunge. So I need to switch this way so I can still see you. So it's the same that we did before. You can be on the top of your foot here and extend out your left arm. You can have a block beneath your right hand if you like that. Scoop your left hip under. Rotate your palm to face. And arc the sun across the sky and look back at your fingertips. And then sweep forward. The inhale, arc. And the exhale. So your hand doesn't have to go very high. Listen to your shoulder. Maybe your sun is just arcing at mid-height. And exhale. Let's do one more. So reach, rotate your palm, and again, start to draw your inner thighs a bit towards one another. Press through both feet. Inhale. Rotate your heart. Look back at the setting sun. And then come back and pause. So again, you can have blocks beneath your fingertips here. And lift up your left toes and pull your hips straight back. Now there's a moment here just to realign the hips. So you can look down at your right knee and your right hip and make sure they're not wonking out to the side. Dig in. Stay a little upright. Lead with your heart. Exhale nice and slow back into the lunge. And again, inhale, lift. Square up your hips. Dig in with your heel. Keep a bend to that left knee. And back to the lunge. And then over time, if you can continue to do that, you can walk your right knee back a little bit more perhaps. And last one, let's inhale, lift up the left toes, pull your hips straight back, dig in with your heel, pull your heart a little forward. Come back to the low lunge, tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee, lift your hips up, both legs are long, and then slide your foot back again into downward facing dog. Bend your knees, swoop your tail up, and draw your belly in. Stay for a breath. Walk your dog. Walk your feet towards your hands or hands towards your feet. And we'll come into a forward fold. Now as we arrive here with the fingertips lightly touching the floor, so the knees are pretty bent, Check in at your feet. You're not resting more on your toes than your heels. Find that center of gravity. And crisscross your wrists, palms up. As you push down through your feet, rise up. Again, like here's the morning sun rising up to the heat of the day, to noon. And then exhale home to your heart. Relax your shoulders and unlock your knees. Come to the top of your mat and we'll do a nice slow flow variation of Surya Namaskar, salute to the sun. Use your blocks if you like. If you like them for lunging, have them. So again, just to give the wrist a little bit of a break as we come into the movement, bring the back of your hands together like this. Relax your shoulders. Bend your knees a little. Pull your belly in. And as you inhale, pull that earth energy all the way up your spine, past your heart, your throat, your face, and then open up into a Y. Exhale, sit back, Tadasana chair. Pull your belly in. Take a moment. Tip over, touch the floor or your blocks. Uttanasana, connect to the earth. Inhale halfway, start to lift the chest, but bend your knees. Exhale, bow. Inhale, right leg back to that high lunge again. And in your high lunge, bend your right knee a little. Draw your inner thighs together. Stay for a moment. Knee down. Hands on the thigh. Nice and regal. Lift your belly. You can be on the top of your foot here if you prefer, instead of toes tucked under. Release your hands. And as you inhale again, rise up. And exhale home to your heart. Press through your feet. Now bow softly forward as you extend your arms and hook your thumbs. It's a beautiful, humble, kneeling lunge. And then bring your hands back to the floor. Lift your back knee. High lunge, you got it. Bend your back knee. Take a moment, knee down. Let's do that a couple times. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, knee up. And this time, lift your hips, lengthen both of your legs. Slide your front foot back to your back foot. Again, our good old friend, downward facing dog. Take a breath. And walk or hop your feet towards your hands, back to your forward fold. Bend your knees, sink your hips back. Take a moment. Crisscross your wrists, palms up, and push down through your feet to rise up again. Just like that morning sun, rise up and rise and shine. Exhale to your heart. Take a moment and just enjoy the pulse of life that's moving through you. And that we are part of this beautiful world and its revolving sun and earth. Okay, so let's do one more on the other side, just like that. Release your hands. Inhale up to a Y or a V. And exhale, sit back in your chair. Pull your hips back. Lift your belly. Tip over. Find the floor. Find the earth beneath the floor. And then inhale halfway, lead with your heart. Exhale, bow. Take your left leg back. Set up your high lunge. And then bring your knee down. Stay right there. Yogi's choice. Come on to the top of the foot if you'd rather, or keep your toes tucked under. Push into the earth, come up. Scoop your right hip under, press down with your feet as you lift your heart. Stay right here. Perfectly lovely place to be. Or release your hands. Inhale up. Exhale home to your heart. Let's do that again. Release. Press through your feet. Inhale, rise up. Hook your thumbs. Exhale to your heart. And then bow forward by tipping your pelvis and extend your arms like an arrow of light. Bring your hands back to the floor, back to your blocks. Lift your back knee, high lunge. And then exhale, drop that knee slow and easy. So again, inhale the pulse, lift. Pause and hold and savor. Exhale. And one more. Inhale, high lunge. Lengthen both of your legs. Lift your hips up. Slide your right foot back to your left. Downward facing dog. Walk your dog again. Dropping one heel and then the other. And then either walk or hop your feet to your hands, back to your forward fold. Here's your blocks if you want them. Bend your knees. Crisscross your wrists again, palms up. Push down to rise up like that glorious sun. Exhale home to your heart. Take pause. Roll your shoulders down your back. Take a breath. As if you were standing on your mountaintop in Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathe in the fresh mountain air. Take your left hand out. Inhale up. Exhale over into a little crescent. Pull your skull back. Press through both feet. Enjoy a nice breath into your side body. Inhale up. And exhale down. Let's do one more on this side. Make a little cup with your hand as you scoop down. And inhale up and exhale over. Inhale up and exhale down. Come back to center to mountain pose. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. And let's do the other side. So open up your right palm, thumb pointing back, knees a little bent. Inhale up and exhale over. Press evenly through your feet. Inhale up and exhale down. Let's go again. Scoop, inhale, and exhale. It's like an ocean wave. Inhale and exhale. Bring your body back to center. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. And face your palms, Tadasana mountain pose. Unlock your knees. Take a moment, take a pause. Enjoy the fresh air. Inhale, rise up. And exhale home to your heart. Pause right there. Take a moment. So if we can again recapture the essence of the solstice, where the sun stands still, perhaps right in the middle of our practice, we can also incorporate a moment of stillness. So you can keep your hands at your heart just like this, or you can release your hands with your palms forward into Tadasana mountain pose. Drop in a little to the earth, but let your head be buoyant. Take a moment and pause in stillness. Beautiful. Bring your hands back home to your heart. All right, we'll ramp it up a little bit now. But again, pause anytime you need to. So Surya Namaskar, sun salutations, begin and end with the hands at the heart. It becomes a moving offering or prayer, if you will. So let's go through a full round on each side. And there's many variations of sun salutation. This is just the one that I have kind of made my own through my teachings and my learnings from different guides of the planet. So bring the back of your hands together again. Inhale up. Exhale, sink back. Draw your belly in. There's your Uttanasana chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bow. Inhale, right leg back, high lunge. And right away, go down, low lunge if you will. On the top of the foot if you like, or toes stay under. Push with your feet, come up. Scoop that left hip under. Lift your belly towards your back. And again, inhale, rise up like the morning sun. Grab some of that light and return it home to your heart. Exhale. Tip forward, find the floor, tuck your back toes. Inhale, knee up. And then lengthen both of your legs and slide your left foot back to your right, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, swoop your tail up, walk your hands a little forward into plank, and then modified plank, knees down. Bring your elbows to point straight back, lift your belly, exhale, come on down. Heart, chin, then the belly. And slide your hands through into Sphinx pose. Take a pause here. Press into your upper thighs, the top of your feet, engage your legs, pull your heart forward, draw your chin in. Sphinx pose. Lead with your heart. Notice your breath again, the inhale and the exhale. Return, softly unfurl. Bring your hands now beneath your shoulders. Draw your elbows in. Let your forehead touch. Just kiss the mat. And when you're ready, inhale, 3-part Cobra. Inhale, first third. Exhale, return. And again, inhale, 2/3. Come up, part way. And exhale, return. This time we'll come all the way up into child's pose. So your toes can be tucked under or stay on the top of your feet. Inhale up. Exhale, rock back. Pull your hips back, knees nice and wide, child's pose. Or quarter dog. Quarter dog just means your hips stay over your knees and you rest your forehead on your top arm. Stay for another breath. Grip the mat with your fingers, come up, round up through a cat back, tuck your toes under, inhale up, downward facing dog. So here's the option that once you get to child's pose and you don't want to do another downward dog, just stay in child, lift your belly, push back with all of your knuckles, roll your shoulders away. Bring your knees down. And step up onto your knees and walk your right foot forward. That's just one way to get there. There's probably lots of other ways. So from your low lunge, stay right here. Or again, stack your hands on your thigh, adjust your feet, scoop your hip under, draw your belly towards your back. Get nice and regal. Release your hands. Inhale up. And exhale slowly down to your heart. Bow forward. Find the floor or your blocks. Tuck your back toes under. Inhale, high lunge, and then lengthen both of the legs. And step up, forward fold. Bend those knees. Crisscross your wrists. Push down with your feet. Rise up. And exhale home to your heart. Take a pause. Notice your heartbeat, your breath. The pulse of life. Of light. So we'll do that on the other side, same thing. When you're ready, release your hands. Inhale, rise up to like a V or Y. And then exhale, sink back, pull your belly in. Take some time arriving in your easy chair. Make sure your knees are stable, pull your belly in. And exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Think about leading with your heart. The chin draws in a little bit. Knees are bent. Exhale, bow. Inhale, left leg back, high lunge. Bring your left knee down. And again, you can use your block beneath your left hand if you like, and extend your right arm out and rotate your palm again like that rising sun and let it set behind you. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach. Rotate your palm. Arc across the sky. Last one. Reach. Push down with both of your feet. That's your foundation as you rotate your palm and arc across the sky. And set behind you. Come back to your low lunge. Fingertips to the floor. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. High lunge. And then lengthen both of your legs. Slide your right foot back to your left. Downward facing dog. Take your feet maybe a little wider this time. Really spread those fingers. Push back with your hands. Lift your tailbone up, knees bent. Walk yourself forward to a little bit of plank. And bring your knees down. Point your elbows back. Like this is a grasshopper bow. Bring that energy into the L of your hand. Think about your heart touching before your belly button. Just imagine it. So here we go. Exhale, come down, nice and slow. Chin, chest, knees and toes, then the belly. Here we are, Cobra. Take your time. Inhale, 1/3. And exhale, return. So think about your forehead just kissing your mat lightly. And inhale, 2/3. A little bit higher. And exhale, nice and slow, return. This time, we'll come up. Take your time, take a breath if you want. Inhale, push down. Rise up. Onto your knees. And again, sink back into this beautiful physical expression of gratitude. Stay with it for another moment. Allow your whole body to receive. So yogi's choice here. Stay in your child's pose or come up into downward facing dog again. And we'll bring the left knee down. I think that's where we are. No? Oh wait. Come to stand on your knees. Come up. And step forward with your right foot. So we're in a low lunge. And you can use your block here beneath your right hand if you like. And we'll reach with the left hand just like we've done before. Rotate your palm. And arc across the sky and let the sun set behind you. We'll do that 2 more times. Swoop forward, reach. Rotate your palm. Inhale, press through your back foot and your front foot. Rotate the setting sun. Last one. Inhale, reach. And rotate. And set. Come back to your low lunge. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee and lengthen both of your legs. Step forward, forward fold. Crisscross your wrists, palms up, push down with your feet and rise up. Rise and shine. Wiggle a little side to side. Like a flame. Flame the passion. Flame the creativity within you. And bring it into a smaller sway. And bring it right home to your heart. Roll your shoulders down your back. Take pause. Hands on your hips. Let's take a wide stance. Roll your shoulders down. So let's do a nice forward fold to create a little symmetry in the spine and to do a little bit more heart opening. So hinge from your hips and come forward. Either find your blocks or the floor. Walk your feet just right. So here's how the blocks would work. Low, medium, high. 3 levels. Fingertips. Draw your belly in. Lift the back of your skull, your ribs. Come into a wide-legged forward fold. And let's walk the right hand in just a little, or the right block in, and bring the left hand up to the hip. Kind of settle it down. And rotate your heart. Open up to possibilities. And exhale, return. This time, extend out through your left arm and look at it. Bring your hand a little forward of your shoulder, a little lower of your shoulder. And again, rotate your heart and open. Exhale, return. Switch out the hands or the block. Bring your hand up to your right hip and settle it. Bend your knees. Draw your front body up into your back body. And as you inhale, rotate your heart and open and trust the mystery. And exhale, return. This time, extend out. You can also be on your fist here. Bring your hand a little forward of your shoulder, slightly lower. Push through the earth. Inhale, open. And exhale, return. Walk or hop your feet in. Forward fold. Bend your knees, swoop up again. Inhale. And exhale home to your heart. Take your feet wide again. And we'll do a little bit of a flow. It's like the gardener's pose. Rotate your right leg. Reach back with your left heel. Heel to heel alignment. Bend your front knee, bring your hand to your thigh. Draw some energy down your side body. Open up the arm. And begin to rotate your heart, your torso. Lean. Now again, rotate your palm to face out and arc across the sky. Here's sunrise. Come up to high noon, lengthen your leg. And as you exhale, let the sun set behind you and look down. Let's do that again. So inhale, float your hand up. Start to bend your knee, arc across the sky, and reach. Push down with your feet. Rotate your palm. Inhale, sunrise. High noon. Exhale, sunset. And again, inhale, scoop up. Bend your front knee. Rotate, reach, look down. Scoop that left hip a little bit under. Push through your feet and rotate your palm out as you arc across the sky. And exhale, release. Bend the front knee. Create your warrior two pose. Bring your hands to your heart. This is all where it happens. Rotate, open your right knee. Draw your heels towards one another. Extend out with your arms. Press against that imaginary wall. And again, energetically pull your heels a bit towards one another. Make sure you're not hanging off this hip. Pull the energy back into your heel a bit. And turn your palms up. Inhale, come up to a V. Lengthen your leg again. And exhale back into your warrior two. Look out past your right fingertips. And again, inhale, scoop up. And exhale, return. One more just like that. Inhale, scoop up, lengthen. Exhale, return. Bring your left hand to your left thigh. Open your right palm. Scoop up. Peaceful warrior. Come back to your warrior two. And we'll transition into high lunge again by lifting the back heel and rotating the arms like a windmill. Coming back up and over. Find your high lunge. Stay for a moment. Inhale, lengthen. Draw your inner thighs together, pull your heart forward. Exhale the lunge. And again, lift your hips, lengthen, bow to the earth. Exhale the lunge. Now walk your hands to the inside of your feet. Switch around, wide-legged forward fold. Again, you can use a block here. You can have your right hand on the block, your fists, or on the floor. Bring your hand up to your hip, anchor it down a little bit, bend your knees, rotate your heart again, open to the side. Exhale, return. Sweep your arm out, slightly in front and lower, push through the earth and rotate. Exhale, return. Other side. Hand on the hip, anchor it down, bend your knees, rotate your heart, open. Exhale. Now you can extend out your arm, again, a little lower and in front, and inhale, open. And exhale, return. All right, now let's walk the hands over towards the left foot, and we'll lift the heels and rotate. Yeah, voila. High lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knee. Excuse me. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bend the knee. Now drop your back heel. Turn your toes in a little. Reach out and extend through your arm. And push down with your feet and windmill back up. Take a pause. So same movement on this side. We'll bend the front knee, adjust our feet. We'll take a moment, maybe even take a drink of water if you want. Hollow out your belly a little bit. And when you're ready, again, check in with your feet. You're on all four corners of both feet. Adjust your back foot just so. Swoop your arm up and rotate your heart. Adjust your back foot as you take a little lunge. Doesn't have to be very deep. But from here, rotate your palm again. Like here's the rising sun. Start to push down with your front foot to lengthen that leg and arc the sun across the sky. Rotate your heart and let the sun set behind you. So let's do that again. Inhale up and start to bend your knee. Adjust your back foot a little bit. Rotate your heart. Lunge, reach. Draw that shoulder a little away from your ear. And then push down with your feet. Rotate your palm open and sweep across the sky. And sunset. So we're going to do one more of those, or you can always just pause and wait for the next movement. So bend the knee. Maybe you just want to rest right here. And bring your palm up. Start to rotate your whole torso. And lunge a little. And when you're ready, rotate your palm out. And use that imagery of sunrise to high noon, to the golden light of sunset. And then we'll walk our feet in maybe a little, just so we can pause and set ourselves up for Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So again, we'll rotate left leg, Pull back a little with the right heel and bend the knee right over. Lift your belly, level out your pelvis. Open up across your chest, extend out through your right fingertips. Keep that knee right over your heel. And then float your left arm up. Look out over your left fingertips. Hollow out the belly a little, draw the pubic bone up, relax your shoulders. And when you're ready, palms up. Inhale, lift a little as you lengthen the leg. Be careful not to lock the knee. And exhale back into your warrior, the gracious warrior. Inhale, float up. Lengthen the legs. And exhale back into your warrior. Shift a little side to side. Take your right palm to your right thigh. Inhale your left palm up. And look up at the sky, but keep your neck long. Exhale back, warrior two. Push down with your feet, lengthen your legs. Walk your feet in. Stand on your mountaintop, maybe walk your feet or hop your feet in. Rotate your palms. And as we stand in the south on this solstice day, let's inhale and again rise up and pull home all that passion, that creativity that is yours. Exhale, bring it home. Awaken it in your heart. Inhale straight up. And exhale, press down. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Let's make our way down to the mat through, guess what? Tadasana chair pose. So for this one, let's use a block if you have them and place it between the inner thighs. Roll your shoulders down. Float your arms. Sink back with your hips. And in this variation, let's bring the hands again in front of the heart. Lift your elbows, pull your belly in towards your spine, sit back. And when you inhale, rotate your heart a little bit towards the left. Keep your hips squared up. Exhale back to center. Go a little deeper and rotate your heart a little towards the right. Square up your hips. Exhale back to center. Fold forward, find the floor, take the block away. Bring your knees to the mat, shift to one hip or the other, and bring your feet forward. Roll onto your back, and bring your knees up towards your chest. And when you inhale, move your knees away. And when you exhale, bring them in. Go nice and slow. Use your full breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then take your knees around the circle of the sun, circling around one direction and then the other, massaging that low back, and come right into center. Bring your right foot to the floor and reach up with your left heel. And again, point your toes and draw a big circle around the sun, both directions. Flex your foot, rotate your left thigh, bend your left knee, and bring your ankle bone across the right thigh. Let's just do a little sway here. Rock your right knee towards the left. Come back to center. Take your right knee towards the right. Let's do that nice and slow. One more on each side. Winding down. And the next time you come to center, keep your right foot on the floor, lift it for a block, or just bring your right knee up for a brief visit. Open your right knee, descend your left hip, take a nice full breath. And release the right foot. Bring your left heel up And bend your left knee, bring your left foot to the floor, and reach up with your right foot at the same time. Flex your foot, point it, and draw a couple circles around that bright sun that's up there and waiting for you. Flex your foot, rotate your right thigh, bend the knee, bring your ankle bone across. Take your hands around your hip bones, kind of square them up. Flex this foot, dorsiflexion for your ankle. And when you're ready, open your left knee towards the left. Keep your shoulders and shoulder blades down. Exhale, belly drops towards the back, helping that knee come up. And then take your left knee towards the right. Oh yeah, feels pretty good. Exhale back to center, and we'll do one more on each side, going nice and slow. So inhale, open. Exhale, return to center, and we'll finish it off by taking the left knee towards the right. Coming back up, we'll decide if we're going to keep the left foot on the floor, lift it for a block, or bring the left knee up and stack it over the hip. Flex your right foot, stay for about 2 deep breaths. And relax any tension out of your jaw and your shoulders. And bring your left foot to the floor. Again, reach up, do some circles. Bend the right knee and bring your right foot to the mat. Now, if you have blocks or 2 pillows, I hope you do, extend your legs and take the blocks sort of at an angle behind the thighs. Take your heels as wide apart as your yoga mat. Open your arms and have your hands lower than your shoulders. So you're creating this human star shape, like a starfish. But if we think about the sun, it is a star. So we're recreating that starlight, the sunlight, from our own center to that spark of life and light within, and connecting and recharging. So take a few moments to absorb, to breathe, to feel the earth beneath you, and the flow of air across your face, your front body, your palms, your feet. And come back to your Shavasana position after class if you'd like to. But let's go ahead and start to return to a seated position. So bend one knee at a time, roll to your side, and create a seated position. As we begin our practice today, sitting. So I'd like us to end by quoting this lovely phrase. So reach out, turn your palms up, and bring it all home to your heart. Bow your chin. May the long-time sun shine upon you, and all love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. And namaste.